What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing a gun video. Finally, we're getting back on the little gun video streak here. I had a lot of them going for a while and just haven't really had that much time to make them. But we are comparing today the 308, can't really even see it, 308 versus the 5.56 green tips. I have it upside down because it's opened up upside down, but let me show you a bullet comparison and I'll tell you a little bit about each round. So if you're not familiar with the rounds, which I'm sure most of you probably are, this is the 308 and this is the 5.56. So there's a humongous size difference, and my prediction is the 308 is going to do better in all these tests. Because it's just a much bigger bullet, moving, I think, relatively close to the same velocity. So at the muzzle, the 308 is 2820, and at the muzzle on this one is 3060. The 5.56 is moving a little bit quicker, but it's not carrying nearly as much grain weight as the 308. So these here, the 308s, are the Hornady American Whitetails. They are 150 grains, and they're just basically meant for a hunting round, but we're going to see what they can do. And these M855s, green tips, they're full metal jackets. They're supposed to be meant for, well, it says on the box, target, but from what I hear, green tips are supposed to be like a steel penetrating core. So we're going to see what the heck we do with these. The comparison. I'm hoping the 308 will do better because that's my prediction, but there's only one way to find out. So we're going to do that today. And what I'm going to be shooting the 308 out of is my BAR, my Browning BAR 308. It's just a semi-auto hunting rifle. And then the 5.56 will be shot out of my Anderson AR 15. So let's get to the targets and let me show you what we're going to be shooting today. Walking up on the targets, you can probably see if you watched my previous videos that I do have the polymer lid out again. I finally found it, and if you remember, it stopped the 5.56 green tip. At least it stopped almost all of it except for maybe the steel penetrating core, if there is one in this bullet. If there is no steel penetrating core and it didn't pass through, and the steel core didn't pass through, then it did actually indeed stop the whole bullet. The 6.5 made it through this like butter. The 308 made it through, I'm pretty sure. But today, since I already know it made it through with the 308, I'm pretty sure what I've done is get the polymer lid, backed it with plywood, and then backed it with another board just to see how much velocity or how much penetration it's going to be carrying through the lid. Because I think it wasn't carrying much after it went through that lid, but we'll find out. And then of course we got some steel plates. No fancy steel plates for this channel yet anyways, but this works pretty good. That's like almost 3/4 inch steel. These two previous holes are from a 223 and a 243, so we got that. Then we have some wood here, and I set this up as level as possible, so hopefully it'll work out good. But these are 4x4s, pressure treated, and there's about 12 inches of 4x4. This one's a little bit longer by about a ½ inch, so I'll take that into account when figuring out the penetration, if it even passes through them. But even if it does pass through, I got it backed with a block of soft maple, which I don't think it's going to make it through that. And well, I don't think it's going to make it through all that. And then for fun, I had an old vacuum sealer, and we're just going to go ahead and shoot that on each side and see the damage between the two. I'm just kind of curious on what the heck it'll look like on the inside, going through chunks of plastic and metal and whatever else is in there. So now that we got the targets taken care of and they're all set up, we'll go ahead and put on some ear protection and eye protection, and I'll zoom you in on the targets and we'll start shooting. Alright guys, so here is the AR-15. It's just your standard rifle, short little barrel. I think it's like a 22-inch barrel, and pretty sure it's a 1-to-8 twist. So correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So we're gonna throw the old clip in. We're loaded up with the 62 grain M855 green tips. So we're gonna throw those in, and then I'm gonna put my ear protection on, chamber around, and then we're gonna send them at every one of those targets, and then we'll swap over to the 308, do the same, and then we will compare. So stick on the ear pro, get my long hair out of the way, and we'll be ready to roll. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and start with the steel, and we'll see what that gets us. So here we go, loading one in. Alright, here we go. Go take a look here. I saw some wood fly, but that doesn't really necessarily mean that it went through everything. Maybe it did. Okay, so this is standing like right here. This is standing right here. This is right here. Okay, guys, so it went through everything, and I don't know where the bullet is necessarily, but I see some blown up stick fragments here, so it's somewhere in there. So it looks like it actually went through the steel penetrating core did. So the whole casing of the bullet stripped off, which like it did before, but it actually made it through everything. So I guess what we're going to do now is just shoot it with the 308, and we'll see what the damage looks like. I guess this is a good follow-up video for the people that were commenting on my 5.56 video, because they were saying that the steel penetrating core went through the polymer lid, and you guys were 100% right. I wasn't really necessarily trying, like, arguing, I guess. I just didn't know that those had a steel penetrating tip. I knew they were armor piercing, but I didn't know much about the round until further on down the road. So for you guys saying that the steel penetrating core went through, it definitely did, and it went through actually more than what I thought it was gonna. So I guess today we're going to see the real difference on the steel plate, because I don't think the 308's going through that steel plate at all. So let's load up and start shooting. Alright, here we go on the polymer lid. Just the sound difference alone is hilarious with this gun. I love my 308. It's my favorite cartridge out there. Let me know if you agree down in the comments. Alright, let's go check out this steel and see what happened. I don't know if I hit the steel good with the 308 or not. It might not be completely sighted in, but plenty of meat on there to tell get the right diagnosis. Alright, so let's check out the polymer first. Obviously we went through, there's your hole. And then there's the hole in the 308 right there. And there's the exit hole. So guys, that's why I like my 308. A lot of people will like the 5.56, and I can see why. It's a fast little zippy bullet. It's good for, it's a lot cheaper to shoot for one, but as far as damage wise, you're two way different ball games. I mean, that's the size of my thumb. I could stick my thumb in that. Kentucky Ballistics, give you a little shout out, even though you don't need it. But this right here is like not even a pinky, but that is like a thumb plus some of an exit hole. That's why I like the 308. It does a lot of damage, and it's a semi cheap round to shoot. I mean, it was 30 bucks for a box of 20, but those are also hunting rounds. So, and then with our block here, I don't actually know if we got conclusive results with this. This was the 5.56, that tiny little pinhole, and that was the 308, a little larger. And yeah, just as I thought, we didn't get conclusive results because nothing is flat here. The 5.56 exited right there, and well, I don't know. That's interesting. I think the 308 would have come out, but it might have actually just got in there and channeled its way back in. So let's bring this back and we'll examine it afterwards. But for the actual steel plate, there's your 308, and you could stick your whole finger in that thing, and it's pretty deep. And then there's your 5.56, which is another good hole, but the 308 definitely penetrated further. And it's not just because I hit right here, guys. That's not why it penetrated further. I did the same thing up here, barely even grazed it. So I would say probably they're actually pretty close. There's not really that much difference. Let me get a stick here so I can give a rough measurement. So to the bottom of the hole in the 5.56 might have actually went a little bit further. Not as big as a hole, and it's not all the way rounded out like the 308, but so you get about I don't know, 3/8 inch to a 1/2 inch of penetration. And then go to the top like I did on that one. You know, it's about the same actually. So I'm still claiming 308 to be better, because if they had steel penetrating tips for the 308, I think it would have done extremely better. But as a soft hunting bullet trying to penetrate steel, that's pretty good. So 308 is definitely the winner in my book. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But let's go check out this block of wood, and then we're going to shoot that vacuum sealer to see the internal damage of what that is all about. So we're going to just go ahead and, I don't know if the bullet exited and then it just closed back up, or if it actually no, I think I see the round in there. It is mangled though. Wow, that's impressive. Let me get the wood off it, and then I'll show you the actual round, because it's strung out like a green bean, guys. Look at how long that round is. It like mushed. I don't know if it started to tumble or what the heck went on, but that is the 308 bullet. And it's very long. That's so weird. I've never seen anything like that. Let me know down in the comments if you guys ever have. That is what a 308 round looks like, I guess, when it goes into a block of wood. That's very odd. I've never seen anything like that. I figured it would have been a solid mushroom and stayed together, but it didn't. I'm going to zoom in on the vacuum sealer, and we're going to see what the heck happens to this thing. I'm going to shoot it with 5.56 first, because I don't think it won't knock it over. It was a piece of junk anyways, so yeah. If we don't like the results, it's gonna get 12 gauge. Okay, let's crack open to this thing. We gotta seal up some meat. You know, not incredibly bad. I thought it was gonna be way worse. But in reality, it's really not that bad. This thing's pretty well made, man. Look at this. This was the entrance wound. This is the entrance. This is 308. That's your 5.56. And this is literally all that happened to it. Like nothing at all. These things are well built. Good job, NutriChef. We'll fix that though right now. This thing's about to get 12 gauge. Now these are 3.5 inch number 2 steel. So say goodbye, NutriChef. That's more like it. That's where 10 yards will get you with a 4-gauge. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. Look at this. Yeah, it's definitely not going to work anymore. My wife is going to be mad. I just told her I was blowing it. Well, I gotta go to the store. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. It was pretty interesting to see what happened with all this. I think the 308 won, but you can go ahead and tell me what you think. As far as the vacuum sealer, 12 gauge one for sure. But hopefully you like this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.